I bet you she can hear me talking. I'm seeing if my sister could hear this monotone voice in her room because she can hear everything that I fucking do. I don't think she can, but I forgot I was live. So if anybody heard testing, 1, 2, 3 going on with my sister, just ignore that. What? Oh my god, there's so many different changes now. What was this? What was this? Oh, fuck. I bought this coffee substitute because I drink too much coffee and I have gastritis. And I have to stop drinking it, but I don't want to because I love it so much. So I got the coffee substitute. I'm not gonna lie, it's growing on me. It's not that bad. It's like, all right, I think I can do this. I think I can replace coffee. I'm not gonna totally replace it. I'm just gonna let up, Wolfgang. I have to stop drinking coffee, and it's bullshit. So I'm just gonna mellow it out for a little bit until my stomach heals, and then I'm gonna drink it. I sound like I hate myself, but I really don't. Yeah, so there you go. You know what I'm talking about. That shit's like putting actual acid in your stomach. By the time you're my age, you're not going to be able to drink anything. So live it up while it lasts, because I mean, guaranteed you're just ripping your stomach lining the fuck apart. Energy drinks put you to sleep? That's fucking weird, man. I don't know. Energy drinks have poop in them. Always remember that. When you're thinking, man, I want to go crush an energy drink, be like, there's also feces in it. It's a known fact. Look it up. But I mean, what the fuck is fake coffee? I don't think I really want to know. All I want to know if it's going to make my acid worse in my stomach or not. Ha! I got the McCafe instant coffee. It literally made my stomach worse. I'm gonna have to just start drinking fucking lion tea and just give up on my whole taste bud situation. Okay. Mind my nose. I did a somersault underwater and I got all this water up my nose. But it was good because it cleared my nose completely out. But now I sound like, I don't know, 50 leagues below the sea. Like, I don't know. I feel like my head is underwater now. So I feel like I sound different, and that's because of my nose. I think my nose is actually cleared out. I can breathe. It's a wonderful feeling. Okay, we have the 10th house. Reputation, ambition, public image, and we're back to that public image again. Mars energy. Mars. All right, desires, and then Capricorn. Yikes. Okay, I feel like the universe is asking you to build up a better reputation online, in person. I mean, okay, so for instance, so this just got brought to my head. Slane. Slane and I have had multiple conversations online, and he is one of the most pleasant people I've ever spoken to in my life. And we, we don't know each other, but because I do psychic readings, he's very drawn to psychic readings. So I've talked to him a couple of times about energy and stuff. And he keeps it so PG, like, because I mean, he is engaged, he does have stepdaughters, he does have a life, right? But he has fans, and he has good looking people messaging him and inquiring, so he finds a way to keep himself. My sister and I call him a gentleman, because he is. The way he speaks, the way that he converses, it's the same thing, but the way that he presents himself, right? The way he holds himself back, right? He might not have always been that way. He might have been, see some chick on the internet that wants to talk to you. I'm pretty sure he's cheated on ex-girlfriends multiple times, with the fans kind of situation, obviously, right? People finding him attractive, him finding it really hard to stay contained, right? Devil energy right there, seeing all these chicks around him, beautiful women all around him, right? But he's got a chick at home. So I definitely know that I'm pretty sure he has fucked around, but now it's like he matured. Something clicked in him where he was like, all right, I gotta be a man. I can't be a man child anymore, or a man boy. I've got a public image, right, to sustain here. Like he used to just be slain all the time, and especially in the movies, and now it's George Carroll, right? He's changed it now, and that shows the maturity of just being Slain, the rapper, into I'm actually George Carroll, and I do a lot more things than just rap. Like he has a rehab facility. He is obviously an actor, right? Very, very talented actor. Watch this movie that he does called Long Gone Heroes. Oh my God. One of the best Slane movies ever. He gets lit on fire. Plot twist. Or he's never died like that before. That was amazing. He has a lot of different characters, right? And he has to incorporate all of those. But he also needs to talk to people, and he also needs to keep up a public image, but he has to be a gentleman, right? Can't cross the line anymore, can't be a little boy, can't be half in the candy shop, half in a marriage, right? You gotta either be in it because there's something bigger than the pussy, the fame, the fucking money. There's something bigger than that. He's bigger than that, which is why he has the facility, which is why he, opened up this rehab center. That's why he does certain programs, because he knows what it's like to be in a really bad position. And if somebody would have just helped him, if somebody would have just helped something, right, he might have not been maybe the way that he was, right? So when you don't want to follow down that line anymore, you turn that money into power. You turn it into a greater good. You turn it into something, right? And I feel like somebody's public image is going to change. And maybe the Capricorn energy is here because that would be I just heard generational wealth. That would be your structure. That would be your financial state. That would be you sitting in your King of Pentacles, fucking also though in your King of Wands, running things, you know what I mean? Sitting there, getting shit done, but also being the man of the somebody's got something wrong, they come to you. Somebody's got something to do, they come to you. The man of all trades, the jack of all trades. Jack of all trades. Yeah, see, I think your public image is going to change. Like, you're going to add something in, like Slane with the rehab, right? I think he started with the rapping, then he did the acting, rapping, then acting, rhyming, and then the rehab. Which, I mean, if he didn't do rehab, he wouldn't have had any of it, right? That's the thing. Same with terminology, man. Terminology does some fucking great shit for kids and communities and, outreach programs and people who don't have money. Like, man, these men, they come from bad places and they turn their communities around. They do something about the situation because they've been in the situation, right? And they rise above it and they're like, I'm a fucking man. I'm going to fucking open up this community center for kids. They can go after school. Man, what is that? That's a show, I think, where somebody opens up a after school activities for kids to get kids off the streets, to get kids doing something after school instead of going and finding gangs and shooting up and trying to find pussy and trying to fucking rob, right? Like kids, they need somewhere to go. Like they need sanctuary, they need parks, they need safe places where they get away from the gangs and away from the dangerous people. I mean, it's out there more than you fucking think it is, okay? Even in small towns, man, that shit is fucking lethal. I was literally talking to a man the other day who comes from a very small town. Like I'm talking population, maybe 3,000, maybe. Okay. Like if we're lucky, but back in the day, it would have been about, I think 500, he said. And this was in the 70s. But now we're talking about present day. And there's actually a high school that was beside an elementary school. And he said they had to, actually shut down the middle school or the I don't know, they had to take the kids away. Okay. Moral of the story, they had to take the grade 5 and down away from the high school because the high school kids were having sex in front of the little grade schoolers. Like getting like just awful that they had to actually move the kids because they didn't want to risk these small minds watching these teenagers in this small town fuck around anymore. Right? Like he was really like, it was a very serious conversation. And this town that he's talking about is literally like 20 minutes away from me. I've grown up around it my whole life. And I thought like, God damn, that's what happens there. Like, holy fuck. Like I thought I came from a nasty little fucking town, but like we weren't doing that shit in front of kids. That's for sure. Maybe we were doing it in the park in like midnight, but we weren't doing it broad daylight with like 5-year-olds watching us. Like that's pretty fucking, I don't know, man, that's pretty greasy. Okay. So the moon, all of a sudden, somehow I changed the dice. From Mars to the moon, hey, Eminem, Mars to the moon, and Capricorn to Libra, from the devil to justice. It's almost like the thing that you're transitioning into, hence the moon energy, is elevating you to a bigger status, to a more meaningful life. Something that does something that actually does something for the world, you know? And this is just an analogy. So whatever it is, I mean, you can't save the fucking world. Pretty sure they could just be talking about your own personal world, okay? And how you're changing your life. You're transitioning into a different public image. It would be like having just a normal Facebook page, right? And then suddenly, not necessarily shutting it down or anything, but then opening up a different page where you are doing some type of humanitarianism. Humanitarianism is a word. Humanitism. You know what I mean? Like where you're doing, like you're working for mission, you know, Christian mission, some shit like that, where it wouldn't be like that, but you know what I mean? Saving the turtles. Maybe someone's going to see you do something. They're going to see you jump into the pool where somebody's drowning and somebody records it. And suddenly you're on the front page of the news and it completely changes your image. It completely changes what people have thought about you. Like you would never jump in to help anybody and you risked your life for something. And then they see, wow, maybe they're not a child anymore. Maybe they're not some little kid anymore. Maybe they've grown up. Yeah. You think? Justice, baby. Like possibly just keeping you in this very low energy with your image, right? Very low image of you. And it maybe was confusing. Look at that. I don't think these people gave a fuck about you. I'm not going to lie. I really don't. It kind of seems like whatever it is that's happening, it's a no-go with the universe now. Okay? It's just not something that's going to fly anymore. This is your family, yeah. This is your fourth house of family. These are your roots. Possibly how people saw you, how people interpret you. There's a breach here. Okay, and that's how, you know, your family has been tainting your name. Trying, you know, people went against you in some way or believed this tainted public image because the person who was telling them about these things about you, and they intimidated them. So instead of standing up for themselves and for the victim here that's being fucking gossiped about, right, and completely dehumanized and defamation of character fucking written all over it, right, that they're just going along with it because they were intimidated by the person telling them everything. It's almost like, if you don't believe this about them, I'm going to leave you. If you don't believe this about them, then I don't want to be with you anymore, or I don't want you coming around anymore, or I don't, you know, as if they're going to protect themselves. Like, people don't know this secret about you, that you're secretly a monster. Thing is I think they were kind of secretly the monster, you know, and I think they were putting it on you so that nobody would say anything to you, so you would just kind of go away. I mean, if you don't know what the fucking problem is and suddenly everybody just stops talking to you, clearly something happened, but maybe you're the last one to know about it because you actually didn't do anything. So how would you know that people were even angry with you if you didn't do anything to begin with? You're not looking to say sorry to anybody because you didn't fucking do anything. And you're only getting people turned against you because they're intimidated by the person telling them the fucking story. Like, what? That's insane. That is fucking insane. Envy. I don't know if they just like were envious of you since you were a child. Maybe something happened when somebody had a baby and suddenly the baby was envied and they forgot about the mother, you know, because a lot of women, it's kind of sad. They want to get pregnant and they enjoy getting pregnant because of the attention that the pregnancy gives them. But what they don't understand along with that attention is they now have to take care of a soul for the rest of their life. And they are responsible for a soul for the rest of their life. Just because a fucking kid turns 18 doesn't mean you just stop being a parent, okay? You're not done being a parent until that soul is gone from this earth. If you outlive them, awesome. If you don't, then you're probably going to have to come back as a ghost and you're going to have to protect them because now they're still alive and you left them alone. Like, parents that don't protect their children and parents who are taken away from their children will usually haunt them. Okay, sloth, I didn't even fucking notice that sitting there. So sloth and envy just showed up. And then look, we do have defamation of character. Look at that. It's fucking right there, just above my finger there, says defamation, right? That would be exactly what I just said. I didn't even fucking realize that was written there. They're gossiping out of control about you. It's fucking with your identity. Maybe possibly since you were a child. That's messed up. God, I really love this instant coffee. They put something addictive in it. They call it organic. My ass, organic. Something in there's got me gonna crave it fucking for it fortnightly, okay? So they got something addictive in that bitch. For sure. My door shut. I'm still alive. Oh, BT Dubs. Fucking love the coffee. They gotta put something addictive in that shit because, like, something bad's in it. Ooh, ah. Money, I fucking knew it. Okay, so all these, see all this green. For some reason now, I like this. Okay, so because of this envy, they went against God. If sloth is here, if any of the sins are here, but especially sloth, that is one's, it's like having beef with God, having beef with spiritualism, having beef with you, having, you know, a lot of it is not really believing. It's having a deep-seated hate towards love, God, light, okay? Very anti-community, okay? And with this envy, again, something going on with you as a kid or them doing something to you, maybe regarding children or having children with you and then being so envious of the kids because, and that was my stepmother. Like, she knew that my father loved us and that bothered her. She didn't like that. She wanted all the love to go to her. And she thought if my father loved us, that was weird. Right. So if we had fun together, if we had too much fun together, Randy, my father, he paid the price. Right. She definitely manipulated beyond. Right. Got jealous and envious of children and started lashing out irrationally to form a hate between my father and my sisters. Okay. It was very hard to see as an adult, realizing exactly how she manipulated so much and to the extent that she went to get things to go her way against children. I mean, if you have to form a wedge between somebody's children and their parent because you don't feel like you're getting enough attention, there's something wrong there. Okay. To be envious of children, to be jealous of children, there's something wrong, okay? And I'm not going to sit here and try to act like I'm some fucking shrink or something, but, like, you shouldn't really have a problem with fucking kids. You most certainly shouldn't, you know, be getting envious of seeing children enjoy their lives and be able to kick back and, you know, have a stress-free life. If that bothers you, then you might have been enslaved as a child and you feel like every child should be enslaved because of what you endured. And that's not right. Okay. People shouldn't have to go through what you went through because you went through it. Okay. Even children, you're going to take away somebody's beautiful childhood because your parents didn't give you one. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. You got to know there's something fucked up with that. Okay. You got to know you're going to pay the price of that. Take somebody's future away from them because you didn't have one. Oh, good God. I didn't even want to finish that sentence. I feel like sometimes if I say it, I'm going to get, like, casted down like I did it. Please don't think I did that. Oh, my God. Geez, I have a hard time jaywalking. You know what I mean? Like, Honestly, like if I feel like I could get a ticket for it, I just don't do it. If I feel like I could maybe get killed, just don't do it. If I maybe feel like somebody could get hurt, I don't do it. Okay, but I actually know the value of my life versus money. Okay, why does money always have to show up? Oh yeah, that was all this green I was talking about. So money is coming in. All right. I believe that this attack on your character kept you small. Kept you small because of this public image that was very wrong about you. Very wrong. And that's very sad. Look at that. Mars and Saturn meets the ego. Somebody was so in their ego that they just casted down on you from such a aggressive place. Maybe that was the Mars energy. So aggressive towards you. Right? And like Mars showed up again, I told you, but I accidentally changed Mars into the moon. Right? But then Saturn showed up here too. That's a very long, vicious cycle. Okay, tough love, again, acting like a real man. Real men don't love children like that. Real men don't show affection to children like that. Yeah, they do if it's PG, bitch. Okay, you're allowed to hug your kids. You're allowed to kiss your kids. You're allowed to show affection towards your kids. You're allowed to support your children. If you don't, there's something maybe fucking wrong with you. You know what I mean? You need to support a child, make a child feel good, make a child feel big, even though they're very small, right? Make them feel better than you because you have the mind on your shoulders to know better, right? To see things clearly. They don't. So when you attack a child in an adult body, wonder why you're doing it. Is it really envy? You're jealous of a kid because of the life they have? That's not their that wasn't their choice. Okay, they didn't make their parents go to work for fucking 30 years to pop them out to have a good existence because it doesn't go good for everybody. But it went good for somebody. So now you're gonna get your panties in a fucking, panties in a knot because some kid had a good life. Wow, you need to show them a bad life just because you don't think that they've seen bad. Maybe this whole lifetime they weren't supposed to see bad. Maybe they weren't. Maybe this is the one lifetime that they were just supposed to be spared that fucking minor detail how greasy and disgusting the world can be. And then this person just walked in and said, no, they can see it. I saw it, so they can see it. Oh, I just heard little pussy pot pie, eh? Oh, okay. So you're a little fucking bitch. Thinking that you can just pass on. Maybe that's why justice is here. Causing unconscious reactions. Like you fucking pissed somebody off. Oh my God. Oh. I mean, it's making me laugh because I'm very uncomfortable right now. And I laugh when I'm uncomfortable because I really don't know what else to do in a situation like this. So I'm just going to laugh and slowly creep away from it. You know what I mean? But like, whoa. Man, somebody fucking hates you. Their ego just can't handle you. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just your grounding ability, your energy, who you are, man. They really try to fucking throw you off. Ooh. I just heard burn, bitch, burn. Oh my God. Somebody is going to burn at the fucking stake, and it ain't you. It is not you. Somebody made a very, very, very bad decision regarding you. And oh my God, look what they did to you. They made you fight so fucking hard. All right, tooth and nail, bitch. Tooth and fucking nail. You bled. You bled because they said, oh my God. Who the fuck do they think they are? Wow. Not your parent, that's for sure. This wasn't your parent. They might have been attached to your parent, but they were not your parent. Sex. This is what I mean. Ew, yeah, they definitely were fucking your parent. And they got into your parents' head, and it was all about sex with them, right? It might have been the best sex they ever had. And there comes you, this bright-eyed little boy or bright-eyed little girl that just was way too much for them, so they squashed you like an ant, squash the problem like a bug, make you go away because they're so envious of you and they need to be the only one around. That's it. You can't be there. You bother them too much. Even when you're miles and miles and miles away, you bother them. They couldn't stand you being around somebody and not have them around to watch you. Is it getting too hot? Hold on. Oh my God, I was wondering if this was going to play. Okay, so I've been hearing this song. That song, You're So Vain? You probably think this song is about you. So I've been hearing it play in my head last couple days, and I'm like, who the fuck is acting vain? Who thinks everything is about them constantly? It just started playing in my head right now. Okay, so somebody thinks that something is about them, and it's not. Ghost. All right, so it's possible, like I said, these messages are not for everybody. They are general, okay? Remember that. They might, you might find some things that hit home, but might not be the full reading, okay? So be careful with tarot readings, definitely, all right? They are sometimes just for some affirmations and some good advice, okay? Yeah, alert in reverse, monster in reverse. Okay, so definitely somebody's not getting the message that they were deemed the monster in their family. Okay, simply for somebody to be able to have sex. So this could be like a friend too. Somebody could have turned you away from somebody that you were a partner with, so then they could have them. And they really took them, they took your ex, maybe this is your ex. They took your ex through ego. Like, I can take their ex. They don't want them, I'll take them. Because somebody's broken up doesn't mean that they hate their ex, you know what I mean? So there we have it. The devil just showed up. Okay, so the devil, this person, they have the devil in their head, I swear. Or they're very controlled by things that they can't have, things that they can get addicted to. Maybe they're addicted to sex, okay? And they do things so then they can get laid, and somehow that hurts you in some way. Or that's done something to your public image. Maybe yeah, that's why I'm like, someone's got to clean up their image. All right. Like, I don't know if you have sex with a lot of people, you're putting it out there that you are, or that you're, just some horny asshole on the internet or something, and you're this public figure. Like, might want to watch what you say, might want to watch how you text, might want to watch what you say to people, because you might think you're talking to somebody. It might seem like they have the most realist profile possible. Guess what? They can get pictures off the internet. Okay, everybody can start a fake profile and look like a little old lady or look like a 17-year-old, or right? Honestly, it isn't really fucking that hard. So I feel like you got to be careful who you talk to. You got to be careful. I mean, if there's people hitting you up saying very disgusting things about things they want to do to you and stuff, man, delete it. Block them, delete it, protect yourself, okay? There are predators out there. There are people that are just going to try to get money from you. Oh, he sexually harassed me, okay? You never fucking know. So be careful with who you fraternize with. If you're a public figure, or if you're going for mayor, or if you want, you know, to become fucking, you know, the principal of your PTA fucking squad, okay? People aren't going to want you, the principal of their kid, if they just saw you doing coke at the bar on fucking Friday night. You know what I mean? Like, clean your shit up, clean your image up, okay? If you're over 40, stop acting like you're in your 20s. You know what I mean? If you're in your 30s, start preparing for your 40s. Start watching what you say, okay? Stop airing your dirty laundry out. Start preparing for adulthood. Because I know people say that adulthood starts when you're 18. It doesn't, okay? You are not an adult in your 20s. I don't care what anybody fucking says. You are not mature enough to handle your life in your fucking 20s if you have had a fucked up life. You know, if you've had a fucked up bringing, or fucking, you know, alcoholic parents, right? Your 20s, honestly, I don't even feel like the mind is fully functioning at that point. All right. I feel like people just put so much stress on themselves to elevate themselves quickly and get to status so fast that they break that public image down quick. Okay. Do you know how many parents I know that when their kids aren't around, I'm like, you call yourself a parent? Oh my fucking God. You don't act like one. You don't look like one. You don't talk like one. Okay. You certainly do not raise your kid like you're an actual adult. Okay. So there's a lot of people that I know that I just think like, man, all you had to do is just have sex and the universe just gave you a kid and you're going to fuck it up. Okay. Because people think that raising kids is so fucking easy. Guess what? It isn't. Okay. Especially if you're trying to gain public image. All right. Don't use your fucking kids to make it seem like you're a good person or a good guy. All right. Honestly, if this is business, keep it fucking business. You know, like, you got to throw the other bullshit aside, regain control of your life. Okay. Start acting way more maturely. Get this devil away from you. Concentrate on money. Concentrate on making money. Okay. Because I feel like somebody does have a third party interference, which means I feel like somebody's going to get hurt. Okay, because they're going to say the wrong thing, they're going to do the wrong thing, and somebody that's been trying to hunt them down and prey on them is going to get that answer, and they're going to exploit you, okay? Because people want you to fail, and that's how you must rise above. Be the gentleman of the gentleman's club, okay? Be classy, not trashy, okay? Use your words wisely. Rise above the nastiness that is social media. Rise above it. Okay, be like Matthew Good. Just become a snob. Okay, put up the things you need to fucking put up, and then leave the internet alone. You know, blow up. Get away from the fucking phone. Get away from the screen. Right? Because it's this defamation of character. It could be straight up third party interference. Like, you don't even got to be around, and these people are just going to talk trash about you anyways. But this also could be, this third party interference needs to be changed. Okay, because these are outdated thinking, outdated things. You do not act like that anymore, and you need to rise above it. You need to like merge yourself into. I just heard a trifecta. I do not use that word. I don't really know what it means. So if somebody knows what that means, obviously this reading is for you. Okay. All right, do we want anything else? 39. Anything else? Anything else? Cleaning up that public image that somebody has massively distorted. Deadline. Everything, everywhere dies. 6 Feet Under, bitches. I don't know if you ever watched that series, HBO, but it teaches you a lot about death, okay? And something's got to end here. Something's got to die. Okay, because everything eventually dies, even the old versions of you that people hold on to. They can hold on to it if you're still a fucking idiot that they know from back in the day. You're not that person anymore. Don't give them any ammo. Don't give them any leverage. Rise above it. Be classy. All right? As I said, like, be classy. Class that shit up. All right? Show up in a fucking suit and tie and just blow their minds. All right? Lightning fast with liar in reverse. See, someone's been telling people you're a little fucking liar, liar, pants on fire. 12th house now all of a sudden. Spirituality, hidden enemies. Okay. With this Knight of Cups and Uranus energy, you have had hidden enemies calling you a liar. Okay. Spreading some very nasty little lies about you. And the thing is that this is about to change with this new lover. Okay. So there is either somebody to set the record straight, somebody that's going to clean up your image, or the person that you're turning into. But this new relationship, okay, it's kind of like Katy Perry with the old president of Canada, Justin Trudeau. All right, El Presidente. It's like, I mean, Orlando Bloom, whatever. Not saying that he was a bad guy, but if she was, say, dating Jeffrey Epstein, okay, dating Justin Trudeau all of a sudden might clean up her image a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. That was just the analogy that came to my head. Seems a little fucked up, but so are people. Okay. So. Oh my God, I love this coffee. It is not coffee, but it is so good. Yeah, man. I can hear that song again. You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? I bet you the person that she wrote that song about, I bet you that person that she wrote it about was like, this is definitely about me. Definitely. I would just like to say, please don't write a song about me. I bet you think this song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? Yeah, Mars and Saturn. And that energy, you definitely think anything and everything is for you. I knew it. Look, my snake's out. Did somebody see him? Hi, honey. Hi, buddy. Oh, do you guys want to see him? Let's do this next reading with Modi. Come on, baby. Oh, man, I have no paper right now. Hi. Okay, remember, I have to pull it. Remember? I know, this is confusing too. Keep your head down. No, keep your head down. Keep your head down. There, there. There you go, you're fine. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi. Hi, baby. Now I'm going to put my hair in a ponytail. Yes, I know. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Ah! Where are you going? Stop. All right, sorry about that. I had to put my hair up because then hopefully we'll get him to stay on my head if I have a ponytail. Hey, hi, buddy. How's he doing? How's he doing? Oh, you're going to climb on the chair? Please don't climb on the chair. Please don't climb on the chair. You're getting so big. Remember when we used to be able to just do this and you would just sit like a good little boy? Hey, do you remember? Yeah, do you remember? I've been doing readings with him on my head since he was a baby. Literally. See, he gets wrapped up in my hair. Right? And then we pull the cards. Right? You're so vain. Stay up there. Stay up there. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Thank you. Ow. Pete don't poop on me. And he has to go poop too, so this probably was the best idea to take him out. Hey, you little pooper. Modi. Hi. Wow. Okay, so we got this self-love card here with engagement. And what I'm getting with that is it seems like somebody is, you know, they're in such beautiful self-love energy that it's bringing this notion like you're not one to be fucked with. Like it's do or die. You either do this and say you're going to do it and actually do it, or, you know, you don't, you fuck around and, you know, you're not going to get me. Okay. So it's an energy of somebody knowing their worth, knowing their value. Okay. So somebody ran away from you because of that. Okay, because they thought it was very unlikely that anything would be able to happen with you. Okay, because your self-love is so high. Okay, you have such high respect for yourself that it'd be very unlikely that you would even entertain somebody like that. Like they just automatically, I think, assumed that they weren't good enough for you, that you loved yourself way too much for somebody like them. Okay. So then we move into this divine timing with I like you. So I feel like somebody who possibly maybe ghosted you, didn't give you a chance, maybe slided left instead of right. Okay, took you on a date, and again, maybe I'm getting the feeling that possibly somebody ghosted you. Okay, they ran on you. Okay, aka the runner. They ran on you. Okay, and I feel like time is kind of coming back for them. Okay, like they're reevaluating it now. Like, all right, can I do this? Right? Is it such a bad thing that they're not fucking around? Is that such a bad thing? You know? Is your commitment really something they can't handle? Right? It's like, it's just, they know that they can't do something to you. And maybe oh, did I just hit your head? You know, maybe this is something that they're used to. right? They're used to people hating themselves, you know, and them being able to make it all better. And you love yourself, so they can't make you better because you're already better. So they're like, well, what can I do for you then? I don't know, a lot of shit, okay? And you don't have to heal me. You're already healed. They maybe they look for, you know, they think they need partners that are broken, right? Because they're broken, but you're not broken. So they don't really know how to fix that if there's nothing to be fixed. Okay, so as time goes here, somebody I feel like is going to come back around again. All right, the runner, this person that kind of listened to their ego a little bit and just kind of said, well, there's no way that I can deal with somebody like them. And I mean, it definitely is a good thing because it's saying that you're a good person, and it's possible that they're not really as good of a person, at least to themselves. I'm going to put him away because he's starting to get angry. Are you getting angry? Are you getting angry? I'm going your home. It's nice and cool. I know, but you're too rambunctious. I can't hold on to you. You're like a wild animal right now. Probably guaranteed he needs to poop, and he won't poop on me because he's a gentleman, right? See, remember we were talking about gentlemen's? My snake is a gentleman. He really is. He's a good boy. He's a good guy. He's like an adolescent now. He's a good guy. He's not a boy anymore. You know, I can hear Mumford and Sons. And I thought we believed in an endless love. Is that Wilder Minds? I thought we believed in an endless love. It's possible that somebody thought you were a narcissist like they were, and it turns out you're not. And they're like, oh, that sucks. Because you're used to dealing with narcissists. They're used to dealing with love bombing, you know. Not really showing true love, right? Just kind of like when somebody gets angry, then you show love. When somebody needs it, then you show love. But other than that, you don't really show love, right? It's like, could be something like that. Like somebody just doesn't believe in love, and they just don't believe in maybe themselves or loving themselves this much, right? Caring about themselves this much, the way that you care about yourself, possibly. That's why they're like, man, can I be that good of a person? Can I, you know, turn this hate around? Like they got angry with you about how you're different from them. Something angered them. I don't know what it was, but your ability to do something was their inability to rationalize how you did it because they don't know how not to do it. And you just don't radiate that way. They don't know how you do that. So in the beginning, it made them, I feel like they were intrigued in the beginning, and then they got angry because it seemed like, that just seems like too much work, you know, to get to where you are. That's too much work. But like, I mean, I don't really think it is, right? Any work you do for yourself, I feel like is beneficial to your path, right? The least you do for yourself, you know, well, that'll benefit you in other ways, like becoming a complete fucking asshole, right? So the introspection is changing, right? Where they saw such a difference, they're now going, maybe there is something behind this instant coffee. You know what I mean? Because this would be like if they weren't allowed to drink coffee anymore, because coffee is the devil and it completely destroys your fucking stomach, right? So you find the alternative because you love yourself instead of harming yourself. And they're like, instant coffee, fuck you, I need to drink it, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, all right, well, I mean, it's your stomach, it's your lining, it's your, right? And then they start drinking and they're like, first sip and I was like, I can do this. World, I can do this. One cup at a time, I can destroy my need to drink coffee. It's killing my stomach. If I don't do something, I'm not just going to walk myself to the fucking funeral home. You know what I mean? Gonna kind of try to like stop time where it's at now and not do any more damage. Okay. So maybe this is almost like the Oh, what was I going to say there? I wanted to say reputation, but then I heard repetition. Repetition. Someone's just been, they've been just going in a Yui, just constantly going down that same block they always go down, and now they're going down a different path, and they're like, all right, I can do this. Like, it's scary sometimes, especially in the beginning, and like, if you're not high, all of a sudden you're gonna be like, oh my God, where am I? What am I drinking? What's going on? You just, what I learned? Acclimate yourself. You know what that means? Just like acclimating a fish, okay? If you need to quit something, acclimate yourself. Set, okay, I need to quit smoking. All right, well, I usually smoke 10 cigarettes a day. All right, how about let's cut 1 cigarette out? You lay 9 cigarettes down for yourself. Have some fucking respect for the process, right? Don't just cut yourself off cold turkey. I mean, some people that works. Other people, they need to acclimate. So then they don't shock their system. So they don't just take something away that they need or that they've been living off of for so long and go, fuck you, you can't have it anymore. And your body's like, what? Why? Right? And then you're going to get all depressed and up and down and, oh, good God, just give her some fucking sugar already. Why did you just take it away? Right? Like people, bitches that go on diets and fucking lose their minds. Like, well, you just took out so many things that your body needs to regulate, like sugar. And you think that you can just substitute it for some stevia? No, but you can go eat a banana, maybe have some fruit, maybe have a nice little cup of ice cream, okay? Like, don't hate yourself. Acclimate. Wean yourself off of that shit. You're addicted to porn? Guess what? If you're used to watching 5 porn videos a day, only watch 4. How simple is that? Barely even have to do anything, right? Couple more weeks. All right, now you're down to 3 videos a day. All right, in 3 months, you probably won't even be watching it anymore because maybe you'll actually be having real sex. Could you imagine? It's like a dream come true. Okay, but somebody was like, I can't do that. All I do is watch porn. Well, that's like, ew. You're probably putting Trojans in your phone. You're watching other people fornicate. Why? That's disgusting, right? Just make some tapes of yourself jerking off. Okay, like, see how stupid that sounds? But yeah, you're watching somebody else. So, like, who's gross? Who's the peeping Tom? Somebody who's watching somebody have sex? Yeah, okay, it's been filmed. Doesn't mean you have to watch it. Gross. Okay? Heart with a key. Well, looky, I got hooky. All right. I was thinking of Rufio. Oh my gosh. So I'm pretty sure my fish's name is actually Rufio. And I think he's been trying to tell me because he has this red mohawk. And I'm pretty sure he told me last night, my name is Rufio. And I was like from Hook? And he goes, yes. And then when I looked over at the tank, his whole mohawk was right up. Because sometimes he cleans his fins under the filter. And he'll shoot all of his fins out. Right. And I know he's cleaning something, or he's doing something because his fins never look like that. And I was like, oh my God, Rufio has red mohawks. And the tank is red right now. You want to see it? It looks sweet. Oh, and we dropped a rock. That's what I'm looking at right now. That's my pride and joy right there. You know how much money I fucking spent on that thing? You don't even want to fucking know. That's all I gotta say. You don't even want to fucking know how much I fucking pay for that thing. Over the years, so much money. But it's totally worth it because it's awesome. Okay? So it's like somebody's work for themselves. Have no fear. Okay? The work that you do for yourself might even be for somebody else in the future. You know what I mean? Okay, because this heart with a key, open your heart. And you realize the lock is open because the key's there. So maybe that's the analogy of somebody is ready for something because their perception on how it could be possible has now changed. All right, anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Coffee cup. Meeting, conversing, uplifting, friendship, paradise, mask. Okay, yeah, so you definitely got somebody wearing a mask around you, okay? Or somebody that was wearing a mask around you that really couldn't handle your self-care, your self-love, your routine, what you did for yourself, how much you appreciate yourself. They really somehow couldn't control their feelings towards that because it was something that they had never crossed the threshold in. They didn't know it existed. So you opened up somebody to a world they didn't know existed. Okay, because they've been gaslighting themselves and their situation for a very long time. Okay, you ungaslighted. You put a flashlight on something that everybody keeps saying needs to stay quiet. Right? So that's going to change something for you. Or like this is something to do with a commitment that you wanted to do, but then you ran away from it because you felt as if possible that you needed still too much attention on yourself. Like maybe you're going to get a dog or a cat or something, and you know, like it's been hard and you keep running away from it because you feel like you don't deserve it. You feel like it's going to change your life too much, or right, you're going to fuck it up. You know, because you need to concentrate on yourself too much. And the world is kind of saying, allow divine timing on that because they know that you care about yourself. That's the thing. They wouldn't ask you to add something to your life that would imbalance you. People add things to their life to imbalance themselves when they don't like their lives, right? Or when they feel like they need to expand too quickly. This is not expanding too quickly. This is understanding that you need to love yourself. And as you love yourself, something will expand for you. And that changes your perception on something, possibly on love itself. Or how to love yourself. Maybe, like I said, maybe someone does not know. They don't know that. They don't know that they can love themselves. They don't know what that means, right? They think maybe a good night's sleep is what that means, right? No, you know, going to the therapist, that's what that means. No, like yes, but also spirit is inviting you to do a heck of a lot more that shows that you love yourself, i.e., not running from commitment, right? Or saying when your limits are, right? Not just saying, well, I don't know what that's like, so I'm going to disagree with it. It's like they disagreed with something, but now they're almost upset that they disagreed with it because I feel like it's something that they're going to learn to make sense of. They just don't understand you, so they can't make sense of something they don't understand. But that's all going to come into clarity soon for them once they talk to you. Okay. So there could be a meeting coming with somebody that has been hiding something from you or pretending or there's definitely a union coming. Okay. And whether or not that's a reunion, a union, something is going to happen. And it's something that somebody's been kind of like, not necessarily showing their true feelings on. Like maybe you really want a fucking dog, right? But you're not really admitting it to yourself, or you're not really admitting it to anybody because of how the past has been on that. So you're not ready to face that rejection again if it goes wrong. Maybe somebody can't take rejection right now, but the thing is that there's nothing in this that's saying rejection. It seems like somebody's rejected it upon arrival on their behalf, not on the other person's behalf. It's they're listening to their ego, and their ego is telling them to run, that they can't do something like this. But you can. And I think that's going to make sense soon. You know, like you guys watch that Wild Turkey on my head, okay? I used to be terrified of snakes. Like, I'm talking terrified. I had a boyfriend back in the day who had snakes. He used to chase me around the house with them in his hand and think it was hilarious because I was so fucking scared of them. And when I got... Oh, he's still up. He's still crawling around. It's dark, though. But when I got him, he was honestly the size of a shoelace. He was so little. He probably weighed 5 ounces, okay, or 5 grams, whatever you call it, okay? Probably not even. He was so little. I was like, how can I be scared of this? Like, how can I be scared of this? And now, obviously, he's gotten much bigger over the couple years I've had him. But I would have never, if I had been in my fear in the past and saw a video of me in the future with a snake on my head, it probably would have terrified me. Okay, believe in the impossible. Believe in such a fear that debilitates you to turn around and going, how can I be scared of that? Right? Like, people own snakes everywhere. Snake, you think I've been bit by a snake? No, I haven't been bit by my own snakes, but I've been bit by cats. I've been bit by dogs. I've been bit by rabbits. I've been bit by fish. Okay, I've been bit, and yet my snakes have never bit me. Right? So how can something be so terrifying when, like, his teeth, okay, they're this. Oh my God, they're like a millimeter, okay? If that scares you, what can he do? What kind of damage can he do with that? Really, honestly, it's a corn snake. Can't do fucking very much. Even my other snake's teeth. She opens up her mouth, I can't even see them. Okay, so they ain't fucking big. All right? Like, be scared of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, okay? You know why you can be scared of them? Because they don't fucking exist. This exists. Where somebody can go with it exists, okay? And I think that they're starting to like that idea, right, of something that they're so terrified of jumping into. But it's in small pieces. It's in small bits, right? It's not, he didn't just come this full grown and I took him from somebody, right? I acclimated myself into it. Slowly but surely, I trained him. I opened up the cage. I got him crawling around on me. I got us forming a relationship because of the steps that I took and he followed. Because I told you, I don't lift my snakes out of their enclosure. I don't fuck with them unless they want to come out. That's always something I've done with them as babies. I open up their enclosure. If they're at the top and they want to come out, if they don't come out, if they go back to the bottom, I don't chase them. I don't try to grab them. I don't force them to come out. It's all on their terms. Everything is on their terms. And I feel like it needs to be that way. I feel like that's the respect of guardian to snake, or, you know, parent to child. You have to allow your kids to do what they wish, but you just need to watch them to make sure they don't get in trouble or sick or hurt, okay? And I feel like maybe somebody's understanding that. Maybe it's not such a far-fetched idea of them becoming more responsible, or them, you know, not trying to take the easy way this out, them actually unlocking themselves, right? Because maybe the easy way out is keeping people at arm's length, keeping people away from them, but yet calling them in when they need them and sending them away when they don't need them. All right. I can't just send him away. I can't be like, oh, I don't want to be around you, by the way. But he can send me away if he just doesn't want to come out. There's like a couple weeks I can go and he won't even let me touch him. He doesn't want to be touched. And I don't take advantage of that. I don't go, well, you're my snake, so you come out right now. I don't fucking do that. I never have. I never will. Okay. So there's a boundary. There's a respect. And maybe somebody doesn't know how that works. Somebody doesn't know how to self-love. They don't know how to self-heal. They don't know how to self-reflect. They don't know how to self-connect. They don't know a lot of things about themselves. And maybe you're the challenge because you know a lot about yourself. And maybe in the beginning that was very intimidating to them because it seemed like you were very different because of your elevation, because of your healing process, because of where you're at. But just remember, just like AA, it's all starts on day one for everybody. Whether or not somebody's 3 years in, doesn't matter. They all had that day one, just like you fucking did, of sobriety, of being sober, of not you know, drinking your troubles away and or smoking your fucking problems away, right? Everybody has that one day just like everybody else, and it's different for everybody. And to think that you can't get there, to think that you can't get those 3 years or those 5 years like those people you look up to, fuck that. Of course you can. Okay? Love yourself enough that sometimes it is just divine timing. Sometimes it is a matter of you need to stop running. Your soul needs to calm down. You need to acclimate. You need to realize that you're safe so you can open up and take the mask off and stop showing this arrogant side that you can't connect, because you actually can. And once you do, you gonna put a ring on that shit, because it's gonna be something you are never gonna want to give up. See, addiction. Look at, wasn't I just talking about that? You can give that shit up, man. It's not hard, but it just takes time and it takes a lot of effort. All right. And then the sword and the stone, and then paradise, man. All it takes is truth. Clarifying your truth, getting that truth revelation, right? Expanding, being happy, being truly happy, and just who you are. Not who you are 3 beers deep, not who you are after you have your morning smoke, just who you are. You need to be comfortable with that. Right? And I think, see, because somebody thinks they're not enough. Somebody thinks they're not good enough. You're too good for them. And that doesn't, well, I mean, I was like, that doesn't exist, but it does exist, okay? And there's Cupid's arrow, because there are energies that are better than other energies, okay? People who have worked their ass off to become self-connected don't deserve to be with a self-centered, covert narcissist, okay, that only comes out when the moon is out, but every other day, you know, they're this nice, emotional person, right? But every now and then, somebody else comes out. That's not fair to do to somebody, right? You need to love yourself enough that give yourself the opportunity to not run away from something because possibly because you can't be obsessed with it, right? You need to ground your feelings towards it, right? Maybe you're scared because you do usually get addicted to things. You think you're going to get addicted to this or dependent on it, right? And that's the not good enough. That's the ego talking. That's the fear. It's not going to be good enough for you. You're going to be dependent on it, right? That's, I mean, it's not true. All right, now we got wedding rings, boat, and twin flames. So definitely somebody is... They're connecting with your soul, I think. They're connecting on a soul level. And the soul level is helping them acclimate their body to this next level. Because surprisingly, what it is that you show them or what it is that you do or how it is that you speak is very reflective of how they truly feel. But until they open up their heart and truly listen to what they're saying to themselves, they won't be able to hear you. But we got the no need to worry card twice. So I feel like there is no need to worry about this. Done. Okay. You know, there is no need to worry about this because it's going to be one of those things. If it crosses your threshold, it does. If it doesn't, then somebody just can't take their mask off just yet. All right. You're not ready to see who Batman is. Batman's not ready to take his mask off yet for Michelle Pfeiffer. You know what I mean? So Catwoman, you're going to have to stay anonymous for a little while, you know, or you're going to have to stay in your self-love. Literally Catwoman. You're going to have to stay in your energy for a little while until Batman can take his mask off. Because Batman does not reveal himself to anybody, but he does to her. All right, so peace out, y'all. Oh my God, we made it over an hour. Holy shit. I did not think I was going to be live this long because of the heat. But thanks for watching. All right, I hope it resonated. I hope it makes sense. And make sure you only take what resonates because they are general messages. They are not personal readings. As there is nobody that asked this fucking question. Therefore, it can't be personal. Correct? Correct. Anyways, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com for personal readings. Everything is in the About section of the channel. There is also Instagram links and TikTok and all that bullshit. All right, so check it out if you want to. If not, just stay on the channel, kick it, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Make sure you send your telepathic questions in my way so I can answer them for you with spirit when you're ready. And we will be back when we're back. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be back tomorrow. I have no idea. As you guys always know, I never pre-plan ahead of time when I can do this. But I will be back when I'm back. You can promise me that. Okay. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for being here.